So, I've done videos on Wade Robson and James Safechuck, how they've been lying in the Leaving Neverland documentary. Unfortunately, this troll, Pablo Pips, yes, that's who it is, Pablo Pips, made a negative comment thinking he knows everything about the Jackson family, and apparently he don't know nothing about them. I do, because I've been a big fan of the Jackson family and Michael Jackson for a very long time. And this is what he said. Have you even watched Leaving Neverland? Well, first of all, I don't have HBO, okay? I really don't. So how can I watch it? Why the hell would Wade and James destroy their and their whole family's lives by lying? Well, I could tell you the reason why. Wade Robson and James Safechuck are lying money grabbers. Those are the key words you have to look for. Lying money grabbers. Even Dan Reed also edited the entire documentary. And of course, it was all one-sided. Nothing was the truth about Wade Robson and James Safechuck, so this is why they were lying. What do they have to gain by that? Do you think their families are lying too? Of course they're lying. The only one that told the truth was the sister and the mother of, I think he's a Wade Robson or James Safechuck, one of the two had told the truth, saying that Michael Jackson never touched them. And that was the truth out of the sister and the mother. They loved Michael and protected him for so long because the abuse was so deep and manipulative. Well, first of all, nothing ever happened. And if Pablo Pips would have watched Chase the Truth, then he would have known the truth that Michael Jackson had never touched them boys whatsoever. Or I should say men, I'm sorry. My bad. James Safechuck and Wade Robson are not telling the truth about nothing. This was all a setup right from the start to destroy Michael Jackson's legacy and everything else. And if this dummy would have watched Chase the Truth on a certain channel that I watched the other day, and believe me, that was a good documentary, he would have known the truth. But instead, he wants to make this negative comment on my channel. They have absolutely nothing to gain and everything to lose by fabricating these stories. How is James Safechuck and Wade Robson fabricating stories? They were not fabricating. They were lying. That's what they do. And if Pablo Pips would have looked up, would have looked for the keywords lying, money, grabbers, then he would have known that these two were lying the whole time. You can never trust Wade Robson and James Safechuck. They're liars. And then he tells me, you should be praising them for being brave enough to confront their fear. This monster ingrained in them finally. Monster? Michael Jackson was not a monster. No. Michael Jackson was an angel. He helped little children get better when they were sick. And of course, you know, Michael Jackson would never hurt a child. And of course, you know, with Wade Robson and James Safechuck, how can you trust them? You cannot trust them whatsoever. Dan Reed edited the entire documentary. That's what he did. He made it into a 2-part documentary for 2 hours each. It was a 4-hour documentary put into 2 hours for part 1 and part 2. That's what it was. Yes, and then he goes to say, yes, WJ was a monster. If you get off whatever dopey meds you are obviously on for a while, maybe you can see that one day. Well, you know what, Pablo Pibbs? You need to get off the dopey meds you're on, because you don't know nothing about the Jackson family. I do. I've been following this story ever since it came out. So if I were you, keep your butt off my channel, because I got nothing to say to you. Stop making negative comments on my channel, alright? Because you're nothing but a negative person. I don't care about your opinion, okay? I don't. It's nothing to me. You're irrelevant to me, Pablo Pibbs.